a little disjointed.
Seems like a lot of short scenes.
It's bold in terms of jerking people around, but I may have gone too far in a few places.
Oh, muy, I love you! You almost got us killed. Are you brainless?
Jar Jar is a key to all this. If we get Jar Jar working, because he's a funnier character than we've ever had in any of the movies before.
Is anyone's favorite film a prequel film? I can probably say no, unless you've seen like 5 movies and 4 of them were The Revenge of the Sith. Why is that? Are prequel films objectively bad? I can probably say no on that too, but why is it that when we think of the prequel, and then we think of the original,
For Frodo.
do we tend to be more nostalgic? One thing is for sure, prequel, original, we can all agree anything is better than this abysmal horse shit. I hate Disney. Anyway, let me start out by saying that I personally hold a great deal of love for a lot of prequels. Like the way you love a greasy pan pizza, it felt like shit the entire time you ate it.
Oh my god, fucking hell.
And you thought a lot about how awful it was you chose this, and it's your own fault that you keep giving these people money, but man, you just kept going back for more. I love the Star Wars prequels. The Hobbit films. The, the Prometheus film, standalone.
Watch me. I'll do the fingering.
But if I'm being completely honest with myself, do they hold a candle to the originals? Sometimes.
Shit, no, man. I believe you get your ass kicked saying something like that, man.
Hear me out. Think of it this way. If you were born into a world where your dad was Michael fucking Jordan, it might be hard to live up to that standard. And I think that's the crux of the issue here. A lot of people love something so much that they hate anything new. Take video games, for example. It gets to a point where Fallout New Vegas players will insist that this decade-old game that runs like the Tin Man's rusted balls is actually more fun than new games. Prequels, though, they go the extra mile with this and don't stop. The thought process usually goes like this. If this new thing that is labeled Star Wars is not egg-fucking-exactly like the Star Wars experience I had on May 21st, 1980 in a theater with 50-cent popcorn and men sitting around me so old they could have killed the Nazis, then it must be abysmal dog shit.
People like to dream. People enjoy the fantasy.
But is the criticism valid? Sometimes. You see, we can't sit here and discuss every major film prequel ever made and deconstruct them, contrast them with the original, and find out where each one stands, because then this video would be 36 hours long.
Please, hurry!
However, I can choose a few and analyze how people feel about it to get to a good standpoint as to why one is loved and one is hated.
Fuck you.
Today, I'm going to look at a prequel that is universally loved and one that is pretty well hated. People love Prey, and people hate The Phantom Menace.
Going through the planet core? God's bombing. Any help here would be hot.
Master, we're short on time.
We need a navigator to get us through the planet's core. This Gungan may be of help.
Why do people love this movie? Well, let's take a look at the original. Predator is stunning in its effects, its attention to detail, its obnoxious dialogue.
Well, a song talk fantasy, fifth piece of God. Everything that Uncle John knows, baby.
The other day I went up to my girlfriend. I said, you know, I'd like a little pussy. She said, me too. Mine's as big as a house.
Yeah,
See, she wanted a littler one because hers was
He saw Aunt Mary coming and he ducked back in the alley.
big as a house.
Yeah.
And it's awesome monster designs.
You one ugly motherfucker.
Then there's Prey. It's kind of an outlier. Everyone loves it. It's not dialogue heavy. It doesn't really pay homage to the original in that way. It is filled to the brim with death, gore, and violence, so there's that. But if we are being honest here, so did these other films. Why is this one so loved? And what does it being a prequel have to do with it? I think I finally have some answers for you. Firstly, it's respectful.
Do it! Do it!
What does this mean? It isn't retconning. It isn't ripping lore to shreds. It isn't looking diehard fans of the original in the face and saying, "Go fuck yourself!" Everything that happens in Prey can happen and not affect the rest of the Predator franchise in a negative or disrespectful way. It is almost separate, even choosing to drop the word Predator from the title entirely. The only time it does fan service is in a silly way that really is just poking fun at the originals, not rewriting anything. Secondly, it's still enjoyable. The movie's fun. The pacing is good. The shots are cool. You can do all of this in any movie without tiptoeing around lore that exists, but having lore that does exist makes this harder to do. This is something I would say is just universally needed for a good film. Is this that it's just plain written well.
Billy! The other day, I was going down to my girlfriend. I said to her, "Jeez, you got a big pussy. Jeez, you got a big pussy." She said, "Why did you say that twice?" And I said, "I didn't." See, it's because of the echo. With
Prequel or not, the people who made it did their actual best, and it shows. It's crafted with care. They did their homework. Thirdly, is that it doesn't take itself too seriously. The concept for a Predator prequel could have been some huge, convoluted, over-the-top origin story for the creature. It could have been about Butch from the original, and fall into a hole where the Predator prequel doesn't even have a fucking Predator in it. Wouldn't that be stupid? No, they said what worked, and they did it again. Monster kills people, awesome, badass, interesting lead character, stakes, characters die that we care about. That's something movies do a lot, where they kill people I don't give a blue fuck about. We can talk about that another time. So what does that leave us with? A fulfilling, fun, entertaining film that doesn't disrespect the original and doesn't try to blow it out of the water either. It's just more of the good stuff. Ah, Star Wars. Beautiful sci-fi vistas. Fantastic, intricate scores and sound design.
Shut up! Oh my God, I don't care!
Memorable, lovable characters.
I'm a person, and my name is Anakin.
Everyone loves Star Wars. I will not elaborate. Watch those 12-hour videos sucking off the original trilogy for that. There is no way someone has watched the original films and not at the very least had a good time, let alone be a hater. So why does this just not live up to the hype? What if I told you it still might? Get gnomed, idiot. You thought I was going to rip this to pieces. I am not. Let's be real. This film has its moments. Duel of the Fates, Darth Maul, epic world building, and awesome new characters. I actually really like this movie. But does it trip up elsewhere? Let's apply the 3 rules from Prey from just a minute ago. Is it respectful? No. No, it really isn't.
I've been wondering, what are midichlorians?
This film, a couple of different times, tries to tell you that the way things like the Force was explained originally is actually kind of wrong and stupid, and it's more like this. That's pretty disrespectful to people who enjoyed the original explanation. They then try and clean it up with a good helping of member berries, a mountain of fan service, and spoon-fed stupid shit to remind you that this is Star Wars. Is it enjoyable? Taxes. Trade Federation. Nothing screams Star Wars like taxes. Perhaps I'm being unfair. There are moments in the film where really awesome Star Wars stuff does happen. But does the good outweigh the bad? I think this is more conjecture than anything, and I can't give a definitive answer. I think that we can all admit that trade federations and taxes just don't matter the way an evil Sith Empire does.
We're on a diplomatic mission.
If this is a consular ship, where is the ambassador? Commander, tear this ship apart until you found those plans and bring me the passengers. I want them alive!
And lastly, is it taking itself too seriously? Holy shit, yes. This movie spends way too much time trying to be bigger, badder Star Wars. Remember the cool Jedi with an interesting character? Now there's like fucking 50 of them, and 6 of them have names. This stuff gets cleaned up and polished later with Clone Wars, really taking the time to introduce us to these new characters, but man, in 1999, you didn't give a damn. That Jedi rule can be applied to everything. More spaceships, more aliens, more lightsabers. That one's pretty cool, it can stay. But sometimes, if we lose the forest for the trees, I think we need to take a step back. Again, I like this film, but even on rewatches, it has a capacity to lose me. I don't find a lot of characters particularly interesting. They don't all feel like they had to be there, made with love. This movie was made for money. Situations don't fit characters anymore. Characters fit situations. But wait a second. Didn't they do that in the originals too?
I've got a problem here. Eject! I can hold it. Pull on! No, I'm all right.
Well, then what the fuck are we talking about?
What's going on with you? What are you talking about? You sound insane.
Maybe, just maybe, the originals aren't as perfect as we remember them. Maybe the originals, outside of a heavy nostalgia factor and a pair of rose-tinted glasses, maybe they made mistakes too. Maybe we hold them to this unreachable standard, and that's why new films fall short. And when new films make mistakes, it just makes them fall shorter. Maybe we have a capacity to be just plain biased.
No. It's not true. That's impossible!
So to answer the question, do prequels just suck? No, man. I think movies have the capacity to suck, and prequels just have a lot to live up to.
Emperor Palpatine was a little-known senator from Naboo, small planet. He finances terrorists to attack the planet.
I give Attack of the Clones a lot of shit, but I still lose my mind seeing Yoda trip up that bitch-ass Dooku on the ball court. I give Prometheus a lot of shit, but Ridley Scott was trying to shoot for more than just a spooky alien. He wanted to convey the evils of humanity and falling from grace. I give X-Men Apocalypse a lot of shit. I give the Hobbit films a lot of shit, but Peter Jackson was given an impossible task of adopting a children's novel into a Lord of the Rings-esque adventure. But all in all, I would say I still love these movies.